Welcome back to another episode of What I Did Wrong, where we analyse our racing and the races to determine how we can get better and how we can avoid making the same mistakes. In this video, we're heading over to Monza, we're starting at the back, and we might just get to the front. Let's find out. Welcome back to the Game & Muscle YouTube channel. Click that like button and subscribe if you enjoy simulator content. So, of course, we do have the Saudi Audi here, which is the best GT3 car in the Assetto Corsa Competizione, and we are second to last. I do have the car set up already. I'm using the aggressive preset. I've taken a bit of fuel out. I've still got a bit too much fuel in there, but it doesn't really matter. We've adjusted some of the camera settings and stuff. But basically, it's effectively the default aggressive setup. This should be interesting, given that it's Monza. So basically, Monza T1 is total and utter pure death penalty. So there are some really interesting approaches to avoid that, which we'll discuss. And hopefully we can get through that carnage, unlikely. And then once things are panned out, after about a lap and a half, we can then start pushing a bit more and trying to get to the front of the grid. Last to first challenge at Monza. What could go wrong? I mean, you know, this is possibly the worst track to try and do last to first. Or the best if everyone kills themselves. So you never know. But let's try and drive it smooth as the lights are about to go on for the rolling start here. Rolling start definitely helps a lot at Monza. It gives you a little bit of a warning, and it does allow people to space themselves out a bit. So, fingers crossed. Stay on the left, keep to the speed. We've got Headley in front of us. Now, what I really want to do for T1 is be on the inside of the corner at the start, so I'm going to try and find a way to get to the inside of the corner without wrecking anyone. Because you're much less likely to get contacted if you're on the inside of a corner than the outside. But what I'm also going to be expecting is cars that are going to crash at the end of T1 and then block the track. So I'm going to be looking ahead for a way to get through that and sort of analyse what's going on to best work out the safest path through the carnage. But here we go. Light's about to go green and we're off. It's pretty good on the throttle there. We've managed to gain some places, or contact the car on the right. Fortunately, that didn't take either of us out there. So I really want to be on the inside, and also, crucially, I'm going to be looking behind me with Heli Corsa to make sure no one's ramming us, and they haven't. And to be fair, no, at least 6 cars have crashed. I'm going to move to the left, checking on Heli Corsa. There was no car to my left there. So I moved to the left so the car on the right could rejoin the track. Absolute carnage. We also had a car that just went straight across the chicane there and ignored it. Now I've got a car on my inside here, but I'm on the on my outside, but I'm on the inside for this corner, so I should be okay to just. He's going to turn in on me. Well, that's his fault. Yeah, that's fine for me getting through there. I could have broke a bit earlier, and then it would have avoided the car on the right. Obviously, he was just going to turn in as if I was not there. You could argue that I broke a bit late. Fair enough. I'll take a guilty on that. I could have avoided the accident by braking a bit earlier, but I think he just turned into me. He should have been aware that there was a car on his inside. Guilty! you guys already shouting guilty. I can hear the guilty comments preemptively. But we've got through that without too much issue to our vehicle, and only a little bit of issue to other vehicles. Now we've got to be careful because the tyres are cold at the start. Obviously, you've got to be careful of the cold tyres. I'm trying to get my volume levels nice and dialed in whilst we drive this. Hopefully my audio's not clipping. I hate audio clipping on video, so sorry if it is. It shouldn't be. But yeah, we've got through that first lap pretty clean, and we've got ourselves up to 9th place already. Yeah, on Monza, a lot of people, and in sim racing in general, a lot of people seem to forget that tyres are cold and brakes don't work perfectly on the first corner, and even for the first lap or first five or so corners. And as a result, people run wide and miss brake points and things. So it really helps for you yourself to be aware of that, you know, so you can preemptively react to other drivers making those mistakes, and also not make the mistake yourself. So that was a lot better there through the T1. I got a better line, got a better brake point. Brakes are now actually almost in to where for maximum braking. Got a yellow flag up ahead, so I'm going to keep my eyes forwards. Well, I've just missed my brake point there. Huge error. Car's parked in the wall nicely. That guy's just stayed there, not rejoined the track, taking everyone out. So appreciate that. If you crash and it's a compacted grid, it's going to kind of ruin the race for a lot of people if you rejoin, especially on that corner. Sometimes you can rejoin and it won't ruin the race for others, but sometimes it's best to just wait it out. It's frustrating, but it makes the racing better for everyone. As for missing that brake point, really what you should do is find out where the brake points are when you've got coldish tyres or suboptimal conditions, or get yourself some conservative brake points that you know are safe, and have them referenced in as a point on the track, a point at the side of the track, so you've got multiple references for that brake point, and use that as an initial reference for the start of the race, and then actually lock yourself into what are the optimal brake points for when you're really on the limit and pushing. Something I've not done on this circuit with this car, which I really should have, but I haven't, so guilty. Self-punishment, self-flagellation. What's William doing? He's mowing the lawn. It's not what you want to be doing. We've got another slow car ahead, so I imagine there's been a contact on T1, and there's going to be a right traffic jam. William's just, I don't know what that's about. Here we go. This could be an opportunity to gain some more places. We could get a podium out of this. Okay, he's binned it in the wall. I'm going to go to the right. Oh, you, god damn it. And is he going to hit us? No. Whoa, we almost got through that without incident, but the grass unsettled the vehicle. Fortunately, we've only lost 2 or 3 places there. I probably would have been better off going to the left. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now it's like a... Jesus. Okay, tyres are cold. I'm messed up from that off. I'll take a track limit cut there. Bloody hell, all the field are coming back at us here. Yeah, so with that accident back there, it probably would have been better to go to the left, but we had one car flying off and another car looking like it was kind of going to the left. So I went to the right, but then annoyingly, that car then moved to the right a bit, which then forced me to go more on the grass. And I still had steering input on the grass. So if you're driving on the grass, really, you don't want to be turning too much. You kind of want to just go across the grass in a straight fashion and not on the throttle. And then you can actually get away with going on grass a lot, as long as you're not trying to turn and throttle too much, because obviously it's a lot lower grip than the tarmac. And also you've got to be careful when you go on the grass that you don't have a one wheel on the track and one wheel off the grass and then get on the throttle, because that will cause issues as well. But let's try and recover some here. We've got flames coming out of the car in front of us. I'm sliding all over the place here. Our PSI's in the ballpark, 27.5, what they should be. I just need to dial down my driving a bit. Sudaima is on our left. Oh, we're in 9th place. That's not too bad. We've still got 10 minutes left. Fortunately, we didn't get any contacts or any damage from that accident that we were avoiding. And yeah, 360 no scope. You've got to get one of them in the race. Really, at least one 360 no scope, otherwise you're not sim racing, are you? So at this point, if we hadn't done a lunatic accident, what you'd really be doing, I mean, obviously this is a kind of ridiculous sprint race. It's not even a 20-minute race. But, you want to start getting into a rhythm, obviously. And that's not what I found here. But let's try and get in a bit of a rhythm. Like a bobsled. GT3 cars in this do drive rather bobsled-like. You're kind of on a path with them. Whoa, come on. So we've got glorious 7th place in front of us here. A Lamborghini of M. Genou. And then J. Maulnalak in 6th and A. Rokiza in front of him. Yeah, I'm struggling to get the speed off it. I'm braking where I'm used to braking, but I need to brake a little bit sooner. Normally I brake where you've got the little bit of concrete coming in there. I need to brake about a metre before that. I probably need to brake a bit harder. I've been fiddling with my brake pedal. Pro tip, don't fiddle with your brake pedal. What you shouldn't do, fiddle with your brake pedal. Get your brake pedal set up and leave it the bloody same, because then you get dialed into it. And if you fiddle with your brake pedal, you then, you know, if you're just changing something and making it variable when you really don't need to. Well, I like having the volume of the cars up pretty high, because the car engine sounds in ACC are fantastic, but I don't want to go deaf. Mind you, I think the GT4 cars actually sound a bit better. It depends on the car, doesn't it? Saudi Audi's not the nicest sounding car in ACC, but it's still, compared to other sims, it's absolutely fantastic. Whoa, here we go, closing that gap. Now, whilst we are closing the gap, it's a good point to talk about our brake pedal. A lot of people are like, oh, that's a beautiful brake pedal. We are, of course, as I say, using the FANATEC V3 pedals, and this is my custom brake plate that I'm using. I'm looking to start selling them, so people can have a huge chonk Game of Muscle brake pedal, but it's taking time to actually get it set up so that we can have that, so people can order them. So I keep getting asked it repeatedly. It started off as a joke, but I've been asked it like over 100 times. No joke. Emailed, comments. Lots of people are really interested in it, so I am trying to set it up. But I've got so many flight simulator videos, and you know, it's not that simple to just set up. But look out for that in the future. Those of you that, I'm sure will get a comment on it on this video, I will let you guys know. I guess you could type under this video, still interested in the Game of Muscle chonk pedal. And yeah, there you go. 5 minutes left. We can get glorious 7th, guys. It's happening. And this has been an okay Monza race so far. Don't want to call it too early. There's a good pro tip. So you notice on Heli Corsa we had a car coming up from behind, especially on the early laps in this, but even later on, when you're going down the straight at Monza, it's always worth checking your rear or using Heli Corsa or having a mirror on so you can see if there's a car that's missed its brake point behind you, and you can generally sense if they have, and basically just move out of the way if they've missed it so that they don't hit into you. You know, you can't help other people missing their brake point, but you can move out of the way so they don't careen out of control and ruin your race. And again, the reason I don't have the mirror on in ACC is because it slows the game down, and I tend to just look backwards or use Heli Corsa. And I've still not adjusted Heli Corsa or car radar. I've still not adjusted it further out, which is something you can do. You can edit the .json file to do that. I've not got around to it, but we will do that. That'll be a big help. And then I can play Tetris whilst playing my driving simulators. Fantastic. Right, here we go. Really want to carry the momentum through these, but I don't want to hit those sausages because they totally butcher you through the corner and you're off, and then everyone overtakes you. Jay Maulak, here we come for you, man. Here we come. Darlington, we've got a little bit of draft here. Gonna hit the... it's a bit aggressive there. He's gone wide. I wanted to hit the just 105 metre brake point and be on the limit there. Now I could have gone for the lunge there, but if the car in front doesn't notice they're a particularly bad driver and they decide to cut across, if you've gone for that lunge and you're literally on the limit of the tyres, you're probably just going to have an accident that you can't avoid. Okay. There we go, we've got a car on our inside, so watch out for that. I leave a bit of space. Get on the throttle here. Mr. T General. That's another thing to be really aware of. Don't get focused too much on the car in front when you've got cars behind you. So I'm going to put my car on the left-hand side here. I want to be on the inside of this corner. Generally, you want to be on the inside of a corner when it comes to defending them. I'm leaving enough space so that he had his car side by side with me. I'm leaving ample room so that we don't get pit manoeuvred by the car behind us there. And as a result, we've managed to pull away from that, and now he's battling those two cars. So, you know, I could have been a bit arsey there, and I could have defended that more aggressively, but it wouldn't have paid off, and it would have risked an accident. So, balance the aggression with the defensive moves. You've got to pick your battles. Or something like that. He's going up the inside. Well, I'm going to be careful. If he'd missed his... and that's a really common place to get taken out. If he missed his brake point and, you know, understeered off into us there, we'd have been screwed. That happens a lot at Monza. We're going to get 7th, guys. 1 minute 58 left in this. Keep pushing. Keep focused. The car behind has actually got better pace than the car in front of me. So I do need to get past him. Oh, they've had a bit of an accident there. That helps. I think he took out... I think T-General took out one of the cars and he slowed down to let him back past, which is nice. So sometimes in ACC, you actually get some really nice gentleman driving. You get it in all the simulators, actually. Not often, not always, but sometimes you see it. And, you know, it just makes it more pleasant for everyone, to be honest. You know, this isn't for prizes or anything. And I have to say, you know, you don't need to be winning a race to have fun. Like, obviously that's the objective. Getting faster and beating people is really satisfying. It's really nice to get wins, for sure. But the best sim racing moments I've ever had were never for first place. They were always like battling within the top 10 places or so to try and beat someone, having multi-lap battles to try and overtake someone that's a similar pace to me. It's obviously even better when you're doing that for pole or top 3, but you know, it's good enough if you're just having a close battle with someone. It's a close battle. You know, I think that's the excitement of racing, is when you're really neck and neck with the vehicle. Okay, this guy's being really ambiguous with his moves. Close race is close racing, and it's really good fun. I don't want to get too much sausage, otherwise that'll fling us across there. There we go. I don't know why he was defending so erratically. He probably could have just... So to defend a corner like that, you don't really want to be far on the inside or far on the outside, because of the nature of how you carry the momentum through that corner. But to defend it... Okay, he's going up the inside there. Watch out. Well, now he's squeezing us wide. So to defend some corners like that, the best thing to do, because you're not only meant to make one move per corner, technically, put your car in the middle, see where the other car's going from behind you, and then move your car across in the most annoying way to defend it. That's the best legal way of defending a corner. Right, he's in missing the brake point. No, we're just side by side. I'm going to stay right on the inside. I'm going to hug this. I'm getting on the throttle as early as I can without risking throwing the back out. We are in 7th place. Fantastic racing here. That guy he broke later, got a better inside angle through that corner, but he couldn't get enough to get it to stick from the outside. Now I'm going to defend on the inside here. Oh, you Jesus. So that was obviously the car behind me's fault entirely. But I should have been looking in the Helicorsa there, and I could have seen that, and I could have... No, I don't know. I don't know, actually. Maybe I could have avoided that. I had a car on my left, and yeah, I don't know if I could have avoided that. What do you guys think in the comments? The guy apologised in chat. I haven't got the guilty graphics. I thought I was the 200-metre marker. Yeah, I don't think I could have avoided it, even if I wasn't looking in Helicorsa or behind me, so I wasn't aware of it. Just because of where everyone was placed, obviously it was that guy's fault, but the only way you can, if you know someone's going to hit you, if you're aware of it and there's no avoiding it, the only thing you can do is make sure your car is totally straight, so when they do hit you, they'll hit you in a straight line. And then there's a chance that you won't go spinning off. That's the only option. And then I would have gone straight ahead. Or I guess I could have not broke myself, cut the corner, missed the corner, and I would have got through. I would have got a corner cut penalty rather than being spun off. There you go. Apparently we got a 6th place out of that. That was just unlucky. I think for a Monza race, basically starting at the back though, it was okay. We did have a little bit of nice racecraft there, nice bit of practice. And you know, the guys apologised. They obviously didn't. It wasn't wrecking. It was just them making mistakes. So there you go, guys. What did I do wrong? Everything as usual. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like that you should think should be pointed out there, and the actual points that I brought up. But yes, thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you also want me to continue doing these. I don't think they're very popular for views, but I don't care. I quite enjoy doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, until the next one, guys, happy tea drinking. Subscribe and like, hit the bell. Goodbye.